Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my fellow YouTubers, Aaron and Angela. I just want to share something with you before bed. It might be a long video, so bear with me, and then I'm going to bed after it's uploaded. So anyways, this video is my Disneyland memories. So, I remember asking my mom many times from 1983 to 87. My grandmother had a motorhome and a van. I don't remember, but I believe we took the motorhome. We drove down with my mom's boyfriend. He was a complete butthole. But my mom, being I'm disabled, she decided I'm going to take my kid to Disneyland these years. My sister didn't like it, but my sister thought I was spoiled. All I remember is we stayed at hotels that were really nice. I think they were off-site, and they might have been on-site, but anyways, we started from Washington to go down to Anaheim. My mom also planned Knott's Berry's Farm and Universal Studios and some other things. I remember sitting there, and my mom's boyfriend was a butt, but also, in some ways, he was trying to handle a disabled person. So we were driving along. We had the van or motorhome. Anyways, they had a toilet in it anyway, so I got to use the toilet and relax. And they drove and gassed up. I had my favorite toys with me, and I remember going through Vine Country, and I'd be like, "What's that?" Mom would be like, "Oh, that's where I get my wine. It gets made like blah blah blah." And I'd be like, "Cool, wine. Can I have a sip?" No. I don't drink all the time, but anyways, driving along, chugging along. We kept driving and driving. Finally, we got there, and I remember my sister had a toy bus. And I was like, room, room, room. Well, every time I turned around, I took the bus, and I throw it at the deep end of the pool. She'd go down and get it and come back up. My youngest sister, the oldest was around. She babysat me and did things with me and enjoyed herself, Well, I remember, and we don't have these fancy, smancy Disney toys back then. We were limited. I mean, there was Minnie and Mickey, Donald, but I remember getting my mom got a Mickey Mouse. I think my sister got a Minnie Mouse, and I think I got a Donald Duck or something. But anyways, Disneyland wasn't bad at all. My mom's boyfriend always took me to the bathroom at those ages because he's like, they're a man, they're going to learn how to pee. Well, it was a unique experience. My mom had like 5 days there, and we had to go in. At the time, rides never broke. I remember my mom wanted every morning to go on the Dumbo ride. It was like wee 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 wee. And my sister wanted It's a Small World, and my mom wanted Pirates of the Caribbean. So we didn't have California's Greatest Adventure then. But I read these reviews now, and it's like, oh yeah, it's dirty. The people just mow you over. The people don't give two damns about you. Well, when I was there, every few feet there was like a little kiosk for like stuff, like not groceries, cotton candy, hot dogs, etc. So when I read all the negative reviews on all these places all the way up, it was like, well, for the most part, it's still pretty good. People are like, I think the people that wrote the negative reviews are writing it because it's not the Disneyland they remember. It's like, oh yeah, it's a money trap. Go to Disney World. Oh yeah, it's a money trap. Go to Disney World. How do we know, right? So I still got to make a decision on where to go. But I remember some fond memories, I remember my sister pushing me in a stroller and me just, enjoying myself. I remember I had to walk one year, but it wasn't bad. My mom had it all planned out, and my mom was a waitress, and she knew what needed to be done. And hotel fees back then weren't that expensive, But when my mom met up with her next boyfriend, Disneyland was off the picture. And then my mom's boyfriend's kids, oh, we're near California, we can go anytime, haha, butthole. Since then, I haven't gone. But, what I want to say is I've read a lot of reviews where it's like $40 for a shirt, $10 for a bottle of water, $15 for a cup of coffee. I looked up the prices. It was like $10 to $16 per ticket for the whole day. Now it's $81 to $90 a ticket. And I don't know if it's cash only in the park, but People say you can't even find the Disney princesses. Back then, the Disney princesses popped in. You can get their autographs with no problem, no lines. Nowadays, it's, I had to wait 90 minutes just so it, and then the girl princess came in, made my daughter cry, and it was like, F you, Disneyland, I'm not going back. And it's like, so you had a bad experience there. Something went wrong, and you forked out too much money. I mean, all these people are like, oh yeah, the rides are breaking down, and this and that. Well, when I went to Cedar Point, it was amazing. I mean, the rides were amazing. We hit up everyone. We didn't barbecue. We had 5 hours one day. We got half the rides done. The next day, we had a full day. We got through the rest of them. Third day, we just walked around and did some shopping. And I mean, it was amazing. And then I hear people say, oh, well, you know, Walt Disney wasn't happy with Disneyland crammed in, so he built Disney World, but he died before it took shape. So now, you know, you should be happy. Yeah, well, I didn't know there was a Disneyland in China. Wow, and they're putting a second Disneyland in China. That's just amazing. Where's Africa? Where's another Euro Disney? Where's another Australia, New Zealand Disney? Anyways, bottom line is, I remember, you know, the toys and stuff. I mean, it was not that expensive. I mean, it was like maybe $7.99 to $10 for a stuffed toy. Now it's like $40 for one. Heck, I'm gonna go online, order Angela's online, and then I don't have to pay $40 at the thing. And then people say, well, if you're poor or disabled and you got all the money put together, you need to do it this way and this way, so you don't bring through the poorhouse. Oh, well, the food's crap. Oh, the food's crap. Well, everyone I've talked to says, try to take in, get stamps, go out, and then come back later in the evening in the park after you have had a nap and had some good food in you in Disney World. They say don't eat at Disneyland, except for one restaurant. Everything else is utter garbage. And so it tastes like hospital food. Well, you know, I mean, I had one lady like, well, I'm going to take some bottled water if I'm going. It's like, and this is here in town. I says they search your bag. What? They actually do. They search thoroughly. From what I understand from security. So, it's best just to be, you know. And then I checked and they're like, oh yes, Disneyland is really good with service dog. Well, no problem. I'm worried about Moppy, you know. I mean, he is trained, but how would, you know, I mean, a car goes by, sometimes he barks at it because, you know, he was ran over when he was younger from what we understand. And so we're really protective of Moppy. But, you know, the main thing is I remember driving down there every year with my little toys. My sister hated it because we had to go to Disneyland, Universal Studios, Knott's Berry Farm. When Mom found the new boyfriend, that stopped. But you know what? Mom wanted me to go to Florida. Her best friend's like, oh, we'll take Rita out to Florida. Never happened, but oh well, 2 weeks of their own. Mom told me they offered, but Mom didn't want to owe her. So, Disneyland, Disney World, it's a toss-up. I have to think about it thoroughly if I want to relive my childhood or buy toys and then keep it at home on my bed and do something like Grand Teton or Whitefish or some other honeymoon. I mean, Angela was like, oh, it sounds enjoyable. Yeah, but we're looking for fun for you. If you're not going to have fun and Key West, we won't do it. We'll figure something out. And I've told Aaron, I said, hey, we can't go to, say, Maine because lobster's cheap. That would just be like, oh yeah, I'm choosing a honeymoon. We're going to Maine because I want cheap lobster. No. I want Angela to be happy too. Angela said, oh, something about she doesn't like Cedar Point. You need to go there first. If you're afraid of roller coasters, don't go on the roller coasters. You can't get on the kiddie rides, well, then you'd be miserable. I mean, I'm trying my best. That's all I could say. So, you know, it's still, we'll figure something out for honeymoon. But if we do Disneyland, I'm going to be very disgusted if the reviews are right and we get treated like crap. And, you know, you know, it'd be better off going to Disney World. So, and Epcot is pretty cool. So, anyways, please add and subscribe if you like. Please post comments in the box if you like. And please add me as a friend if you like. Thank you and have a nice day.